Let me show you how to create these crazy AI-generated construction time-lapses videos that's been exploding across YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikTok. I'm talking about creators pulling millions of views with videos that take almost no time to make, require zero filming, zero voiceovers, and zero editing experience. Let's get into it. The very first thing we need to do is set up the AI system that's going to generate everything for us. The ideas, the prompts, the images, the animations, all of it. And the best part? We're doing this with 100% free tools. So step 1 is choosing your chatbot. You can use ChatGPT, Claude, DeepSeek. Honestly, it doesn't matter. They all work for this method. But for this tutorial, I'm going to use ChatGPT because it's simple, fast, and most people already have access to it. Once you've picked your chatbot, you're going to grab the master prompt from the Google document I linked below. This prompt is basically the brain of the entire operation. It's long, like scroll for 3 business days long. But that's because it contains every instruction the AI needs to generate your entire video pipeline. So go ahead and copy the whole thing. Don't skip lines. Don't skim. Don't think, hey, I'll just grab the important part. No, copy the entire prompt. Once you've got it, paste it directly into your chatbot and hit send. And this is where the magic happens. The moment you send that prompt, your chatbot transforms into a prompt-generating machine. It's going to build your entire workflow automatically, from the construction theme, to the image prompts, to the animation prompts, to the music prompts, everything. Now, after the chatbot loads the system, all you have to do is type one word: start. When you type start, the chatbot will generate a list of different architectural structures you can choose from. Skyscrapers, bridges, stadiums, resorts, futuristic cities, all kinds of stuff. And whichever one you choose becomes the foundation of your entire video. For this example, I'm going with a coastal luxury resort valley, because why not build a high-end vacation spot using AI while I'm sitting here in sweatpants? Once you pick your structure, the chatbot will run a series of pipeline tasks in the background and generate every single prompt you'll need for the rest of the process. Image prompts, animation prompts, music prompts, editing instructions, everything. And the best part? It lays it all out in a clean, step-by-step format so you never get lost. Now that your chatbot has built the entire blueprint for your video, it's time to actually create the visuals. And this is where things start getting fun. The tool we're using is called Google Flow, which gives you access to a free image generator named Nano Banana. Yes, Nano Banana. I don't name these things, I just use them. So go ahead and open your browser, search for Google Flow, and sign up using your Google account. Once you're in, you should land on a dashboard that looks something like this. The very first thing you want to do is switch the model from text to video over to create image. This is important. If you skip this step, you're going to end up generating a video when you meant to generate a picture, and trust me, it gets messy fast. Now head back to your chatbot. We're going to start with the image 1 prompt, which is the empty land, the blank construction site where everything begins. Copy that prompt, paste it into Google Flow, hit generate. Within a few seconds, you should see a clean, high-quality image of your construction site before anything has been built. This is your foundation, literally. Once that first image is ready, download it. Then upload it into the reference image section inside Google Flow. This is crucial because the reference image tells the AI, hey, don't hallucinate, don't add random trees, don't turn my construction site into a medieval castle, stick to the plan. Now go back to your chatbot again and grab the image 2 prompt, the one that adds workers, bulldozers, and early construction activity. Paste that into Google Flow, generate the image, and boom, now you've got the second stage of your build. Download it. Upload it as the new reference image. Then grab the image 3 prompt from your chatbot. Each time, you download the new image, upload it as the reference, and generate the next stage. By the time you're done, you'll have a full 6-image sequence showing your entire construction project from start to finish, and you didn't have to draw a single thing. Alright, now that you've got all 6 images ready, from the empty land to the finished structure, it's time to turn them into smooth, cinematic animations. Go back to the Google Flow homepage and create a new project. Once you're inside, you'll see a blank timeline with different model options at the top. Click the model dropdown and switch it from Create Image to Frames to Video. This is the model that lets you animate 2 images into a seamless time-lapse clip. Here's the rule to remember. Every animation uses 2 images, a first frame and a last frame. Start with your first 2 images. Upload image 1, the empty land, as your first frame. Then upload image 2, the workers and bulldozers, as your last frame. This tells the AI, start here, end here, and make everything in between smooth. Now go back to your chatbot and scroll to the video 1 animation prompt. Copy the full prompt and paste it into Google Flow. Don't skip anything. Before you hit generate, add this line to the end. No dialogue, no background music, no voiceover, only relevant sound effects. Sometimes the AI adds random voices or music. You don't want that. You want clean footage with only construction sounds. Now hit generate. In a few seconds, you'll get a smooth animation showing the transition from image 1 to image 2. Empty land turns into an active construction site. Download that clip. Now follow this rule for the rest. The last frame of your previous animation becomes the first frame of your next animation. This keeps everything aligned so your final video looks like one continuous time lapse. Next step, upload image 2 as the first frame. Upload image 3 as the last frame. Paste the video 2, animation prompt. Add the no dialogue line. Generate your next clip. Repeat this process until all 6 images are animated. By the end, you'll have a full sequence of smooth construction clips that look like they came from a professional studio, even though you only clicked a few buttons. Now let's move to the next step. Now that all your animated clips are ready, we need one final ingredient to make your video feel polished and professional, a clean background track. And no, we're not using copyrighted music, we're not digging through sketchy free music websites, and we're definitely not risking a copyright strike from some dude in Croatia who uploaded a piano loop in 2014. We're going to generate our own music using AI, and the best part is, it's completely safe to monetize. So here's what you're going to do. Scroll all the way down in the Google document until you find the music generation prompt. This prompt is specifically designed to create a cinematic, atmospheric track that fits perfectly with construction time-lapse videos. Copy the entire thing. Again, don't skip lines. And head over to Suno AI. If you've never used Suno before, it's basically an AI music generator that gives you daily free credits. And unlike a lot of other tools, Suno actually lets you monetize the music you create, which is a huge win for faceless channels. Once you sign up, click on the Create tab. You'll land on a simple interface with a big text box. That's where your prompt goes. Paste the music prompt in, then make sure you turn on the instrumental option. We don't want vocals, we don't want lyrics, we don't want some random AI singer belting out a love ballad over your construction footage. We want clean, cinematic background music, so keep it instrumental. Once everything looks good, click Generate. Suno will create a few different versions for you. Preview them and pick the one that fits the vibe of your video. Something calm, atmospheric, and satisfying. When you find the one you like, click the 3 dots and download the track. And that's it. Alright, you've got your animations, you've got your music, and now it's time to bring everything together into one clean, satisfying final video. And don't worry, this part is super beginner friendly. If you can drag and drop files, you can do this. We're going to use CapCut because it's free, simple, and honestly, one of the easiest editors on the planet. So go ahead and open CapCut and create a new project. The first thing I like to do is keep everything organized. So I take all my animated clips and my background track and drop them into one folder on my computer. Then I just import that entire folder into CapCut in one go. Boom, everything's right there, ready to use. Now drag your background music onto the timeline first. This gives you a nice foundation to build on. But here's the trick. The music is always way too loud by default. So click on the audio and lower the volume to around -20 decibels. This keeps the music subtle and atmospheric instead of drowning out your visuals like a bad nightclub DJ. Next, start dragging your video clips onto the timeline in the exact order you generated them. Each clip should flow smoothly into the next because of the first frame/last frame method you used earlier. This is what gives your final video that clean, continuous time-lapse effect. Once all the clips are lined up, zoom out on your timeline and make sure the background music doesn't extend past the end of your footage. If it does, just trim it so everything ends at the same time. Then add a fade out to the music. Just a quick 1-second fade is enough. This makes the ending feel intentional instead of cutting off abruptly like your Wi-Fi during a Zoom call. Now give your video a quick preview. Make sure the transitions look smooth, the pacing feels right, and the music sits nicely in the background. If everything looks good, it's time to export. I recommend exporting in 720p. Once the export is done, congratulations! You've just created a fully AI-generated construction time-lapse video from scratch using nothing but free tools.